Alrighty then. And then here we got this nice and fixed up. Haven't done any additional work, I guess, as far as in the off stream, I guess, as far as to add to this or whatever, but I do have some ideas. I definitely have some ideas. One of which, may have already mentioned, want to have a tuning option, I guess, as far as for the grill, as far as just to leave it blank. Kind of debating whether or not I should have the one with the SS badging on there. I might do this trim, I guess, as far as, which is the only one we have currently. The direction I was thinking of going on this car is to make the default standard trim, I guess, as far as with standard trim, with just, you know, just a standard Camaro. We'll have the SS, and then we'll also have like a Pro Street slash drag, I guess, as far as like that. So at least 3 different trims. So in this current configuration here, I would make this the standard. I'm close to getting it done, I guess, as far as to have the Camaro, the classic script, I guess, as far as for the Camaro badging, I guess, as far as to get put onto the car. So once I do get that established, I guess, as far as I'll probably make this one here, I guess, as far as a standard trim, and then make this one an SS, and then make another trim, I guess, as far as for Pro Street slash drag. I might even make 2 separate ones, I guess, as far as for one for Pro Street and one for drag. I'm not sure yet. Haven't 100% decided. But one of which, I guess, as far as we'll have no badge on the grill. We'll have one with the SS and then one with the Z28. That's another one I wanted to think of too, as far as to make a Z28 version, because they're all pretty much the same body, just different badging and different engine options too. So I might even go so far as to make this trim here, I guess, as far as limited on what type of, so this one eventually would be a standard. I would make it limited, I guess, as far as on what type of engine swaps are available, and have more swaps, I guess, as far as on the SS, Pro Street, drag, and even maybe the Z28. So I want to be able to apply all those different trims, I guess, as far as to this particular Camaro. So we haven't worked on the default roulette. So the game's version, the developer's version, I guess, as far as the 71 Camaro, the Mark II. This was our inspiration to build our own. The front end really is ugly on this thing. I can't say that enough. But thinking maybe we could probably fix this one up and maybe just flip it, possibly. But yeah, this one turned out pretty good. So I think what we'll do is flip-flop these over. Let's move this over to B. Yeah, we'll just flip-flop them here real quick, and we'll work on that fellow, I guess, as far as... I don't even think... We got this one at the auction. It doesn't start. I think we came to determine it doesn't start. It was like a 3-star. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna work on this one and get it running. We'll get it running at least anyway. And I'm thinking, yeah, we'll probably just flip this one. Not 100% sure. I just wanted it for comparison, I guess, as far as between our own build there and the original. You know, that looks really good, I guess, as far as this is basically the same rim as it's on here. It's just got a bigger diameter. This is just a bigger diameter rim than this one. It actually doesn't look too bad. Not look too bad. Alright, so let's see if we can get this guy running. So I think our inventory is clear. It is. Alright. Before we start working on some things here. So let's do some testing on this guy. And let's see what's wrong with it. Now I know it needs an oil change. All we had to do was a test on this thing, I guess, as far as to get the level 100. That's kind of wild. Let's go ahead and do an oil change on it. So it doesn't look like we need to... I'm not going to pull the engine. I'm just going to see if I can get it running so we can get it out of here. Put some fresh motor honey into this thing. Probably check all the other fluids. May go ahead and weld the frame on this one too, just to make it a little bit better. Fix up some body panels. Make it a little bit more presentable. Let's see. Oil fill. Over here. Charge the battery, all that good stuff. So that's one thing that we did differently, I guess, as far as on our own config here. We put all the things, I guess, as far as where they should be. Batteries up here, fuse panels up underneath the dash on the driver's side. Yeah, so a few minor changes, I guess, as far as in comparison to this default car. Okay, well, there's all that. Let's see if she'll run. Hey, she does run. Cool deal. So we did get it running, so let's see what's going on with the frame. Frame, yeah, we'll go ahead and weld it. 1200 to weld it. But as far as modern, I guess as far as there's really nothing else besides that. I mean, this is true to the body style as far as they have the point on the nose. This one don't. That's probably one of many things. The rear lights, I guess as far as are way more accurate than these. This one looks more like the Firebird, which is not even close, I guess as far as to representing a Camaro. I mean, granted the same body style can be argued, I guess as far as it's the same between the Pontiac Firebird and the Camaro, because they are both GM cars, but as far as being the G body, but that's about as far as that goes. So we got her welded. Frame's good. Let's fix up some body panels. Make it look a little better. I think it's been a long time coming that we needed something that was a little bit closer, I guess, as far as to accurate. And that might be just me being very, very overly biased, but the pictures speak 1,000 words as far as what the way it should be. I've even gone so far, I guess, as far as to ensure the wheelbase, I guess, as far as from front to back, I guess, as far as is correct to that generation. Okay, is that all the glass? Okay, what are we at body-wise? So we're at 81% on the body. So we're missing headlights. We gotta do headlights. And we gotta do the front bumper too. Okay, almost forgot about the front bumper. The one thing I've mentioned before, I guess, as far as that I really do like about the mod cars, if you're creating your own mod car, if you're dealing with mod cars, things like the headlights and taillights are repairable in most cases, which is kind of nice. Yeah, let's see if we can fix these rims up. Yep, so these are still yellow, even though we got the scuffs on the refurbished rims. I put those rims on there just to kind of give it a little bit more of a more pep in its step, you know, being it the SS trim. That's eventually what I feel will be the SS trim. I think in this diameter, this rim looks probably better that way than it does that way, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I would also beg to say too that the size of the rear spoiler on this thing here too is way wrong, I guess, as far as on this one here too. Now, there's just a lot of things that I could point out, I guess, as far as that are incorrect on the orientation and accuracy of this one. It's a nice attempt. I just wish they would have taken a little bit more to make it closer to this, at least anyway. Then I probably wouldn't hate on it so much. Alright, so we got that fixed up well enough. You know, I didn't even look to see, I guess, as far as where we were profit-wise prior to fixing it all up. It's not too bad, though. Let's go this way. So, 10,000 we can make on it, I guess, as far as what we got it from auction. Not terrible. I think that's all I'm going to do with this guy, though. She runs. She's cleaned up, I guess, as far as we'll probably just send her off on her way. Make a little bit of money off her. She's out of here. Now, we're kind of in that boat now, I guess, as far as where... So, I guess we're going to have to go check out either a barn or an auction. I think since we're over 100 barns, let's go ahead and check out a barn. Do we have anything that's loose? We do not. But, check and see what kind of cars we got in here. Ooh, what is this one here? So we got... This one's in either an LT or an LS Camaro. Yep, it's an LS. We got a... What is this one? I think this one's the Panda. Yep, the Fiat Panda. This is a little guy. We got a hot rod over here in the back corner. And it looks like it's a Restomod. Highboy Restomod, yep. I'm gonna look for that crate. There's the crate. Cool, we found the crate. You know what? We might just do this for the fun of it. We've never done one of these. Let's go ahead and buy this one. We'll fix it up and get it running. Put that at the garage. Alright, so we got ourselves a car and we got ourselves a crate. So we got our 2 alternators, a starter, and our crate. Not to mention the little Fiat Panda car. Let's go ahead and buy it. Head back to the house. There she is. She needs a bath, that's for sure. Oh, look at the interesting livery on this one. So she's now worth... Whoops. We can sell her for that much profit. So I'm assuming I was in the hole before giving her a bath. Now we're in the good first by giving her a bath. Let's put this over here. Alright, so how's the frame looking? Frame's... it's meh. Body's in pretty good shape. We'll go ahead and weld the frame. 500 credits. Just a little guy. Alright, let's see if we can fix this guy up some more. So I think I want to pull the engine. Kind of curious to see if we can get it running. So it does need some parts. So it does need one of these. Let's get one of those. Make her complete. We'll see if we can get her running. Cool. So there's all of that. Now we're gonna need servo. We need this reservoir, that reservoir, this reservoir, all the reservoirs. Okay, so that's all good. Sweet. What else do we need on the engine? It's got the bottom end on it, so that's good. Let's see if we can run some tests on it. Exhaust on there. Let's get this up on the lift. I guess we got some exhaust we're missing here too. Okay, that'll complete the exhaust. Alright, we need to put some fluids in this guy too. I should probably drain this oil. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain it and we're going to put some fresh stuff in there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some fresh motor honey in here. Got that all replaced. Yep, she's nice and golden. Clean and golden. Tools, do this way. Can't be started. Okay, what are we missing still? Yep, sure can. Nice. Alright, we're going to fix that starter up. So it said it can't be started. What? So we're missing something. I know it's not any clips because we already put the screws on that box for the air cleaner. I know it's not that. Okay. So what else are we missing on this puppy? Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? We don't have an ECU. That's why. Just realized that. Okay.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, it definitely don't have any gas in it yet. So we got to get ECU on this thing too. Grab herself an ECU. There we go. Now she should be able to start. Now we should be able to run some tests on her. Good. There we go. You know what this probably means? If we got to build a new engine, I guess as far as it might behoove us as far as to build a BFM. I think this is a pretty good indication that it's trying to tell us something. It's like, put a better engine in me. Okay, well, we know what we're going to do then. We're on that game plan. Okay, let's get her pulled out. Boom, alright. We're going to break this one down, I guess, as far as just to see how bad everything is entirely on this engine. Crank. It's actually in good shape. Now we know the block is already shot. We already knew that. Alright, so let's build a BFM engine. Let's put this on here. We'll do a create. And we want to do the BFM. Okay, we'll go ahead and create engine. So we do have that swap option for this Panda. And then that needs... Yep. Oh, this is a L4B. So, not the same block. What we might do, I guess, as far as to see if we can go find this at the junkyard. Put that on the list. That might be a fun little adventure. Let's go see if we can find this engine. Let's go. Alright, so do we have any blocks here loose? We have a module that's red, so no block. So I'm just going to take a look and see what kind of cars we got out here, though. Alright, so we didn't get anything on this visit, unfortunately. Let's head back to the house. Alright, so we did give it a shot, I guess, as far as at the junkyard. I think we're just going to go ahead and buy it. Keep this thing rolling along here. So let's go here. Buy ourselves an engine block for our BFM engine build right now. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get that on the stand. Let's get this engine build underway. This is for our BFM. Yeah, we do have some of these parts that we can reuse yet. So we got an alternator. We got to fix that up though. We'll see what we can fix up over here. Sweet. Alright, so let's make sure, let's confirm these parts we cannot use. Yep, I4B. So yeah, none of these parts from that previous engine build we're going to be able to use. Then, I think we can officially say this engine build is done. What did we call that though? BFM is probably big frickin' motor. For this car that we're putting it into, it probably would be. There it is, 100% green. She's in there. So we got to button up our bottom end. Okay, so we should be all buttoned up here in the bottom end. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix up these brakes. We'll get some new pads. Cool, those are all fixed up. Let's go get the other rotor. That is beautiful. Alright, let's go get those back on. Cool. Yeah, let's go fix these rims up. Probably not that bad, but check them out. Or way more power. Yeah, so that was probably something that we did miss, I guess, as far as to get that comparison. Okay, got them all balanced. Get them back on there. Yeah, we'll replace that out. That's all good. Beautiful. Alright, let's get some fresh motor honey back into her. Now, something that really bugs me is these are rusting here on the... it's easier to have that off, I guess, as far as get all the tension off of that. Let's get these taken apart. So I at least want to do the caps on them. Minimum, just the caps on it. There we go. I'm going to slap them back together. Man, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got a yellow, orange, and a green. Just noticed that. Orange, and green. So the other one had a yellow, orange, and a green. Keeping it colorful. Yeah, that looks better. Engine bay looks a lot cleaner now. Let's put some fresh motor honey into her. That one. Alright, so can we do some tests on it? Okay, what did we forget? Yep, this is starter. That'll do it. Okay, so let's try that. So there we go, 100% green build. So we got the cat is not 100%, okay. Could probably replace that. You know what, I think I am going to do that. Replace out that cat. Let's get herself a new cat. New cat. So we'll rerun that test as far as with the new cat. Get that on the record. There we go. Okay, let's... So we know on the electrical scan, I guess as far as all the fuses and relays should be good. Let's say that's all 100% green. So we got fuel pressure test. Okay, so everything is good to go on this deal. She should start. Yep. Hear that turbo. Now let's get over the dyno. Even though the engine is 100%, the ECU is 100%, there are some things that are not. I think a majority of the things that are engine related should be good. So we didn't do the pump. Just realize that. The pump and the module. And I don't think we did anything with the air filter or the base. We could probably do that real quick just to ensure that we can get all the horsepower out of this thing. New air filter, and we already had the new cover. Okay, so let's see where else we're at. ABS, module, and pump. We'll go ahead and deal with those. Now, we did buy a new module. Well, the pump I didn't do anything with it until we put it on there. Refurbished pump. We already bought a new module. Didn't have a module on it to begin with. So it might only be exhaust related. Yeah, so I think the only thing that we don't have is just for exhaust related. So let's get this dyno and see how much of this base horsepower we can get. So I assume there, Blackie, you're probably first, you're just starting out? You already have a few hours in. Before buying cars for scrap and yeah, so happens to the best of their Blackie. So yeah, the story cars, so it only losing 1 horsepower out of all that work we did there, so it's probably going to be exhaust related. That's not too shabby, quite honestly. So we're in the Class D 191. Let's take her over the strip and have some fun with it. We're in the Class D. Have some fun with her at the strip. This ought to be fun. Let's see, let's go to the quarter mile with the Panda. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do an alignment. I didn't do an alignment on this thing. So I know one thing I didn't do is do an alignment. I think that kind of hurt my time there just a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this back as far as I'm going to get an alignment on this thing. Yeah, this is a little bit out of whack. Okay, so let's get this back over the strip. Oh, we should be able to run nice and straight now. Beautiful. Alright, quarter mile. This time we get to go up against the LS Camaro. No tuning. We're only missing 1 horsepower out of the base power for this little Panda. Silly bot. Alright, here we go. And she likes to squeal the tire, that's for sure. See, I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it. We were better than 14 seconds on this deal. See about the Nova SS. No tuning. Old school V8. She likes to squeal the tires on that first gear. It's like the Nova gonna beat us. Uh-oh. That one did beat us. We gotta listen a little bit better. What about the Chevy Barrel Air? That's got the 2-car V8. No tuning. A lot of power for this little Panda. Yep, so this is what I would expect to get as far as to see. These V8 engines are beating us. And we did sleep there a little bit. Let's see if we can, let's run that one again. Nebby still got us. It's getting some pretty good reaction times there too. So 13.8, I think the best we can do is probably a 13.9. So it stands to reason, I guess, as far as a lot of these V8 cars are beating us. What about, this is another 2-car OHV. It's an off-road pick-em-up truck. That squeals the heck out of the tires in first gear. It's like Nia getting some more fluids out of that raffle. Okay, we can beat the pick-em-up truck. This car, same thing here. We're gonna get the 2-car OHV. Nice. Kick the pants off of that one. This one I just want to beat it because it's goofy looking hot rod. Got the big gaping hole in the side. Okay, so we're just getting the feel, I guess, as far as, so we're running just under 14 seconds on this car, pretty consistently. So what about the 446 pack? I like to just feel it out, I guess, as far as before we, Ooh, that 440 got something for us. Yep. He did get us a 440. Can get it. Oh, we did get a 13.8. Look at that. That's the first 13.8. That's probably one of our better times. No tuning on this little guy. So we got a 446 pack El Camino off-road. I think that one already beat us. No, I think it had the 2-carb. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nope, it did get us too. Oh, we slept there a little bit too. 13, yeah, we could have probably had something for that, dude. I'm gonna do that one again. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Still got us. Yeah, we're sleeping there a little bit. We got a 13. Look at that. 13,902. That's the low end of that. One more time. About 105 mile an hour. Nice. I knew we could do it. Finally got the El Camino. Ooh, got the Fair Lady. This is another car that we have not gotten in our collection as far as from the Nissan family. We do have the 370Z and the games version of the 350Z. Not one of these here. It's got an inline 6 single overhead cam. Race tires with no tuning. I feel like we should be able to beat this guy. Sure did. Holy smokes, we smoked the heck out of that Fair Lady. My Fair Lady, good 3. Oh my goodness, that's ugly. What about the 2000 GT? Oh, I slept there a little bit. What do? Did he DNF her? Oh my god, did I sleep there a ton? I didn't think it was that bad, but holy smokes. I'm gonna try that one again. What is with this car? It keeps like DNFing. That's the second time he did that. Alright, we're going to say we beat him. So another 13.8. Beautiful. Alright, what about the one carb called the Supreme? Nice. Yeah, so we're just going to say a sub 14 second car. 13.8, that's a little bit more practice there. We're getting that pretty consistently now. So what about the Renault Zoe? Oh wow, so that one kind of slipped up there too. Interesting. So I don't know what happened to that car too, just like the 2000 GT. Honda Civic, so the SIR, I guess as far as is the one you gotta look out for. This one's got the same engine that we had in this one. Now if I had the BFM, that tuning, I guess as far as it might have something for us. But definitely can beat that one. Yeah, I feel like if that was the SIR, or if it did have this same engine, it definitely had something for us. Jeep with the Pentastar. I feel like we can just beat that because that's a heavy vehicle. What's with these cars, I guess, as far as it's like they disqualify. This is like the third different vehicle we've had that's seen that happen. Same engine as we have. Okay, so a little bit bigger vehicle though. Yeah, so I feel on this one here with that car, we've got the same identical reaction time. This car, I guess as far as with that engine, this is a lot bigger vehicle in comparison. I feel like that's not enough motor to launch, I guess as far as that vehicle. It's Z28 V8, semi-modern, I guess, as far as V8 as opposed to the old. And we can beat the C28. Nice. That's wild. This little car packs a little quite the punch. Okay, what about? I'm gonna call this the fake Mustang. It's a pretty cool representation that they've done with the Mustang, especially with a good reaction time. Nice. Yep, 13.8s. We're getting consistently 13.8s now. Let's do the Benz. Got an inline 6. No tuning. Beat the DB5, nice. What about the Hyundai Tiburon? Inline 4, same engine. Race tires though, in comparison to no tuning. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good, I guess, as far as we could, we're gonna run, let's do this here. Yep. Alright, so we've seen what this car can do against many different cars that run this first race. The rule of thumb here, as far as we just try not to red light. That's the general rule of thumb. Oh, yeah, he DNF'd. He did. He, like, disqualified. Interesting. We've seen a lot of that today, I guess, as far as here at the strip. Alright, first race is in the books. Okay, next race we get to go up against 350 Super Duty. I feel this because it's a big vehicle, as far as we have no problem beating this one. We did not practice against it, though. Man, we got a lot of vehicles that are disqualifying. That's weird. Anyway, we're able to beat that dude. Alright, next race we get to go up against Taxi. This is the only car, and I mentioned this over and over again. If I were to get the Taxi DLC, this is the only one I care about. Out of all the cars that are in that one, it's just that car. It's a pretty cool looking car. It's old fashioned. I like the style of that one. Awesome sauce. One more race to go. Like our last race is going up against a Firebird with the 446 pack. This car has been able to beat us in practice. We got him fair and square. Beautiful. We got it fair and square. There it is. 4,500 credits to our name, I guess, as far as for racing a little Fiat Panda with the BFM. The big freaking motor. Let's get her back to the house and, alrighty then. So, what do y'all think? Should we keep this one? I think if I were to keep it, I might change the livery on it. Do you think we should all keep it? So, one's in chat if we should keep it, or two if we should sell it. It's a clean little car. So small, so tiny. Yeah, we may just keep it for the heck of it. It's a fun little car to take to the strip there at the in the Class D. Take it over to the paint booth. So let's paint the car and let's check out liveries. That's the only options we have. I think I'll just put the racing stripes on them. And I think I'd want to paint this black. What color do we think they're black with that? That looks really good with those racing stripes on it. I think we might tint the windows too. Sweet. All right, now let's tint the windows. Let's get this back over to lift A. There. Kind of like to go that route as far as that. There we go. Tint it right out. I wish we could do something with the headlights and taillights as far as to smoke those out. That'd be kind of neat. Got a fun little Panda. So, I got any room out here? I don't. What I might have to do is find a spot there in our parking garage, maybe? Okay, we're gonna move the Panda out. And we can check out another project. Another project car. So that was a little fun little car to work on, I'll have to admit. Does a pretty good job at the strip, as far as just the way she is. Okay, we got room here to get another project car though. Let's go, so we checked out a barn to get that Panda. Let's go check out the auctions. It's a pretty interesting looking car. So we don't have this GTR. This is a 5-star. Good chunk of money, I guess, as far as for that boy. Check out the GTR. Yeah. I don't care for the paint scheme. I would probably go a different paint scheme on it. It looks pretty plain. So being a 5-star should start. Needs a little bit of work on the seat there. Looks like it's a little torn. She does start. Sounds like it's got a turbo. Sounds like she's got a turbo. GTR. Oh wow, so the GTR has that same engine as the 370s. This one gets 530 at its base. Yep. I'm gonna have to see if we can get this one here. So we're starting off at like 48. So 48 is the starting. Goes as high as 108. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we got some good bidders. They know what they got. They know what they're shooting for. So it's gonna go over 108. I'm gonna do one more bid. Okay, I'm out. It's probably well worth it, I guess, as far as, but I don't like it when it goes that much overestimated at all. So that one went nice car. I'll admit it's a 5-star. May have to check out another barn. So we already do have an RX-7. Yeah, I think we're gonna check out another barn. Let's go back to the house here and we'll check out another barn. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go check out another barn. Nothing loose anyway. Let's see what kind of cars we got in here. Is this another Panda? That's another Panda. Nope, that's a Toyota Yaris. Kind of along the same lines as the Panda. Just being a Toyota. We got a Crown Vic in here. Crown Vic. How much they want for the Crown Vic? 22. What other? We should have one more car in here. What do we got? Is that a Skyline? I think this is a Skyline. It is a Skyline. Nice. So we don't have one of these. Okay, I'm gonna look for the crate and yeah. So Nissan Skyline. That's what we're voting on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and buy this puppy. We're buying it for $24,000. Set at the garage. All right, we bought our Skyline. Still looking for the crate though, so we would have found it. There it is. Right there in this corner. That guy. Alright, we did get our crate. Bought our Skyline. Let's go head back to the house. Alright, so here's our Skyline that we bought. They put us up under $1 million again. I just noticed that. So initially here it's going to need a bath. So frames is not in bad shape. Let me see what kind of engines I have. I have this inline 6. I have the NSN. I guess I don't have that. I was thinking this one was one of those. So does that take an NSN engine at all? Nope. So it's just that and the turbo. So this one just seems to have the U2 non-turbo. So we do have the option to put the turbo into it. I would assume we could probably use that same engine as a base. Let's get this over to the car wash. Give her a bath. See how much we're worth in this condition. That much gets as far just by cleaning her up. Kind of almost the same as the Panda. Cleaned her up, I guess, as far as it was worth just a little bit more. Alright. Get this over to the table and get them fixed up. Okay, put the panels back on. Cool. Nice. So we definitely need to get some tires for this thing. So let me see. This one is a Rim Classic 11. We'll get some sport tires. Okay, so 4 new sport tires. And I think that rim might be fixable on this one. Let's pull that off. So the rims, that can be repaired, and we'll get 3 new ones since that one is repairable. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Almost pressed our luck a little too hard. We need 3 at 18 inches. There we go. I was like, what the heck? That's the wrong number. Let's get these put together. Here, get them balance. Must have the balance. Cool. Alright, all of them are balanced, so at least we got those good to go. So I think we're going to fix up some of the suspension on it. Let's get this engine out of here. So we have to drain the oil. A little might be in there. Okay. Get the crane over. Eat her out. Yeet. Cool. She is out of there. Yeah, so we got some suspension stuff we got to fix there. See if this is repairable. Get some new fuses and relays. Yeah, that is repairable. Just barely. 15%. So let's put it on here. We're going to break it all down. So it says I6 BO2. So if it is the same block that we can use for the turbo, I think we might build it. Oh, here it is right here. BU2 and BU2 turbo. It is not the same engine block, so it would be a completely different engine block. The BU2T, which is probably for turbo, I'm assuming. So I think we want to build the turbo though. I think I'm going to build the turbo. So we'll put this on the list. So we're probably going to have to find all the parts, I guess, as far as I go to the turbo build. Alright. So we cannot use the block from this engine that's currently in there. But what I will do is at least break that one down. And whatever parts we can use for the turbo building, as far as we'll actually apply to it. We're going to break this one down. Just in case there are any parts we can use off of this one for the turbo build. We'll be able to use those. The engine block is good on this, but it's not going to work for our turbo build. We'll get these fixed up as far as what we can. Okay, now what we want to do now we got that all broke down, we want to set this up for creating the turbo. Create, and what we already determined is we need a different block as far as to do that. So this one that we currently have is not what we need. So we got that on the list. Let's see if we get lucky. We didn't get lucky, I guess, as far as trying to find the BFM engine for the Panda, but let's see if we can find this guy. Let's go to the junkyard. Alright, we got anything loose? Nothing loose. Unfortunate. We'll check and see what kind of cars we got over here, though. A little bit empty-handed here today. We checked to make sure we can find this block. I might do one more, just for the heck of it. See if it changes our luck. Okay, so let's go ahead. Leave here, we'll come back. We'll come right back. See if we get lucky. Alright, so we're going to do one more visit, I guess, as far as to the junkyard. I guess as far as see if we can get lucky. Going back to the junkyard. Here we go. Okay, so what do we got here? Anything loose? Nope. We got a brake servo, though. Probably go and look for that. Only got a couple more miles to check. There's the map. Where the heck's the servo? I don't want to have to go back through this. There it is. It's right here by the front gate. Go figure. Right there by the front gate. Alright, so we got our map. Our brake servo. Didn't get an engine block, so let's head back to the house. Okay. So it looks like we need to buy that engine. We got our map. Let's go ahead and put that away. I'm gonna fix up our servo. We'll put that away for now. Doesn't seem to have a servo. Might just leave that one out. Probably gonna need that. We'll probably go ahead and put that in our car right away. She needs one. So battery, we'll have to buy that probably. We have one in the warehouse. Leave it on the list. Plug it in. There, that much done. Okay, so we got preliminary stuff there done, I guess, so far. So we're missing a whole shock assembly on that side. Alright, so what we'll do, buy ourselves this block. Turbo. Now, these are all going to be very specific parts for the turbo build. Which we probably don't have these parts to buy all of it. The only downside. Crank in particular. Cool. Got a head. Wait a minute. Did we already buy a head? That's a BU2T, so apparently this is the same one that came off the other engine build. So there's definitely going to be some parts that we can reuse. Okay, so we already had that. Sweet. I think that one is done. Alright, let's check our inventory just to make sure. So that one's specific for the other engine build. So it looks like we can use that transmission still. That's good. I'm going to sell these. Don't need those. I think that came off the Panda. I think we're done with our engine build. So we should be able to slap this puppy in. Actually, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to fix up the front end here on this. Okay, all that's repairable. Good deal. Hit it again. Okay, so that's good there. Let's get the other rotor up on here. Sweet. Let's pull apart our strut assembly. We only had the one, so the other side was missing. Perfect. Sweet. You know, I'll put back together. Pretty well gutted out right now. Okay, so we got the radiator on the list. A new radiator. So it does have the fan already on the engine, so I guess that makes sense. Beautiful. Alright, let's get that engine off the stand. Let's get this plopped in here. We got the turbo, I guess, as far as in this guy. A little bit of an upgrade, I guess, as far as for this one. Didn't have the turbo in it when we got it from the barn. There it is, 100% green. Check it out now. Alright, let's button up the bottom end. I'm going to take care of that pump. Probably need a module too. Well, the engine's in. Right down here. Yep. So we do need a module too. Probably just buy a new one. Because we do have those on the list that we gotta stock up on those. Oh, there's the cover. Okay. I'm gonna say. So that made sense, I guess, as far as for the cover not going on there, because I missed a spark plug and a coil. There you go. Now it's done. And we'll buy ourselves a module. I think I still got that on the list. I do. Alright. So I'm going to leave that one in the warehouse. We'll just put a new one on the list. There we go. I think we got most of the engine-based stuff done. Yeah, how are we doing on time? So I'm going to see if we can we run some tests on this thing? It's got to be complete. So I wonder if we got to put the drive shaft on it. So we should have everything done on it. Let me double check here. Oh, we need the ECU. That's right. We have to buy an ECU. I knew that. I remember that. So we only got the performance ones in the warehouse. Can we do some tests on it now? Sure can. Nice. So I think what I would like to do is just get this one, we'll get this one to the point where we can run it. We'll put the fluids into it, get a dynode, see where we're at. Catalytic converter, okay, so we'll get that replaced out. Go ahead and get this pipe. We'll get this pretty well. Oh, we got one in the warehouse. XS pipe. We'll check that out. Let's see, in the warehouse we should have exhaust pipe. That should be this dude right there. Sweet, let's get that put in. We'll probably have to put that drive shaft in if we want to dyno it. So let's do that for now. Oh, drive shaft was no bueno. Let's go ahead and replace that dude then. It's very rare that we ever have a drive shaft that's bad. Not a common occurrence. Replace that fuel tank. Yeah, let's get a new fuel tank. New fuel tank. And we need a fuel pump. So we're fresh on the fuel pumps. So probably need a fuel pump. There we go. Slap her in. Good deal. These tires on for now. Get this taken care of. Cool. So now we need calipers on this side too. I took a lot of calipers off this car. I'm gonna get all the parts done to get as far as to be able to dyno it. Okay, we'll put the tire on there. The rear shock. Okay, strap that in. Should be good on this side. So are we missing the end link over here by chance? Wait over there. So we'll work on that rear end, I guess, as far as in a little bit. Should have all the bottom ends. So I think I needed the starter. The starter sure did. Let's get that starter in there. Wait a minute, so it needs... Okay, we got a starter in the warehouse. Get some fluids into her, get over the dyno. Alright, let's get this on the ground. Didn't turn out too bad, I guess, as far as for being in the shape she was from the barn. Get some motor honey in there. See what we got, how we doing on the horsepower. Should have definitely gave it an upgrade from the engine it had in it, which was not the turbo. Okay, so we got all the fluids into her. Let's get it over to the dyno and see what we got here. So we should be able to get pretty close to all 287. Let's go see. Let's get over there and see what we get there. So we're missing suspension. Oh, crap. Okay, what do we miss here? Yep, this guy right here. So that probably needs 2 small rubber bushings. Now, before we get it back over to the dyno, I'm going to double check and make sure we can actually drive it. No, so we are missing a rubber bushing somewhere. Egg nabbit. It's going to make me redo this whole freaking rear end. What it looks like right there. Put a rubber bushing in there. Okay, so can we drive it now? Son of a... I'm missing a clip somewhere. It looks like right there. Something as silly as a clip is keeping me from driving the car. Imagine that. Alright, let's see how we did now. There we go. Okay, now we can drive it. I just want to get this thing dynoed. See how we did. Okay, see how close to this base power we should be getting here. Not too shabby. I think if we redid all the exhaust on it, I think I should take care of a lot of that problem. So we did replace it's a 100% green engine, but it's not a bad start. Not a bad start. Alright, let's move this back over to A. So we at least got it running. That was the one thing I wanted to at least achieve here. So we got the turbo in it. It originally had the non-turbo of that engine. So definitely gets a little bit more power. So I got some stuff here, I guess, as far as I got to scrap out, I guess, as far as in the off stream. After working on these 2 cars for today. So we worked on the Skyline and we worked on this little Panda. This thing's pretty cool in the Class D on the strip. You wouldn't think by looking at it, but this thing's a performer. Definitely had a lot of fun here today, folks, as far as with wrenching on some cars. I'm starting to get hungry. Really hungry. I have no idea what we're having. So, very much appreciated for everybody that did drop by and stuck around. Hope you all do have a marvelous rest of your Monday. And we'll be seeing you again hopefully tomorrow. Later, everybody.